Going to an interview can be very stressful and intimidating, and there's a few things that you definitely want to avoid in the interview process. The first one is failing to show enthusiasm and personality. As I said, it can be very nerve-wracking, and you need to do your best to try and shake those nerves and let your personality shine through. Another one is poor posture, no eye contact, and a weak handshake. You want to show that you're confident. Sit up straight in your chair, make good eye contact with your interviewer, and make sure that you have a nice firm handshake when you meet them. Being unprepared for standard questions. We have a list of standard questions on the website that you can check out, and just spend some time going through those and making sure that you've got some thought out and prepared answers for some of those standard questions. Another thing you want to avoid is not being knowledgeable about the company. It's very important when you go to an interview to let the employer know that you're interested in working for their organization and you're not just looking for any job. So do your research. Spend some time on their website, look for newspaper articles that their company has been featured in, and then let that knowledge shine through when you're in the interview. Another mistake people make is talking too much or too little. You want to make sure that your answers are clear and concise and you get your whole point across. So you want to be careful not to repeat yourself or go overboard. And you also don't want to give one-word answer. So this can be a tricky one, but keep in mind that you don't want to talk too much about one topic and you want to give more than a one-word answer. Never speak negatively of a past or current employer. You don't want the person who's interviewing you to think that if they should hire you, you might one day speak negatively of them should things go wrong. Also, don't arrive too early or too late. If you get to the interview quite a bit early, find the place that you need to go to without going in the front door, and then go for a little walk, explore the neighborhood, and then come back about 5 minutes before your interview's to start. Dressing down, that's something that you want to avoid as well. Even if you're going to an interview with an employer that's rather casual, you want to give them the impression that this means a lot to you and you're taking this seriously. So err on the side of caution. If you're not sure, dress up rather than dressing down. Another mistake that sometimes people make is being rude to the other staff at the office. When you get there and you're stressed and you're anxious, you might not be on your best behavior, but when you walk in that front door, you need to have your A game on for everyone that you meet because you don't know what kind of influence they have or who you're talking with. Another mistake that you need to avoid is including verbal fillers in your interview. These are slang words that have become very common in people's vocabulary. Words like like, you know. These do not exude an air of confidence, so you want to do your best to keep those out of your vocabulary during an interview. And a way that you can do this is to just pause after a question's been asked to gather your thoughts so that you can give a clear, concise answer without those verbal fillers.